What is going on, guys? It's Levi with Gunpla. This is day 3 of our trip to Japan in 2025. We woke up and we had to make a last-minute decision on coming to Akihabara, which is where we ended up. We were trying to go to Odaiba, but unfortunately there was an accident of somebody falling onto the tracks prior to us leaving the hotel. So Google Maps was essentially telling us that there was a huge delay and there was no time frame on whether or not somebody or whether or not we would be able to get to the area a certain way we were going. So we elected to go ahead and just go to Akihabara, which was the opposite direction. Akihabara is pretty much the mecca of anime and anything anime related. So we went there instead. And we start off the video in front of Radio Kaikan, which is like a building that you have to go into if you're into any sort of modeling or anime related goods. Radio Kaikan is like at the epicenter of anything that is anime, manga, playing cards, used anime goods. They do have a lot of secondhand stuff. This is definitely a big place to go to. To the left of this building, when you're looking at it up front, there's actually a Bandai Namco store, and it's pretty big, several floors up. It does have a bunch of gachapon floors and games, and you can do like claw machines, and you can do video games and arcades and stuff in there. But there's also on the bottom floor, there's a secret elevator. I say secret because it's kind of tucked away, where you can actually go, and I believe it's like the 7th or 8th floor, go to a Gundam specialty shop that is strictly all Gundam and Gunpla related stuff. That's a really, really cool place. We could not film in there. They would not let us film. That's why there's no footage. We did ask if we could take pictures. They did allow pictures. So I will be putting probably a short up with the pictures of that. But Radio Kaikan, multi-level floor. It got to the point where it was so crowded that we could no longer feasibly film inside the stores anymore. It was just too crowded. We wouldn't have been able to get anything. But very, very fun. I bought quite a bit of stuff in the Gundam shop, or Gunpla shop, and then I bought quite a few more kits up on the higher levels. But once we got up to the higher levels, my wife also started to get sick due to the building swaying. So in Japan, everything is engineered to try and be as weatherproof as possible. That includes typhoons and tsunamis and earthquakes. So the buildings sway, and you can feel them. About when you get up about the 6th floor or 7th floor, you start to feel them sway quite a bit. I was partially unaffected until we got up into Radio Kaikan and got up to about maybe the 7th or 8th floor. I started getting a headache. My eyes started to hurt. Started to get a little bit of sickness in there. So we decided, once we got up there, I believe it was the yellow submarine floor, which is huge when it comes to modeling. So many different model kits from different manufacturers, tools. Just, it's crazy the amount of stuff they have in there. Definitely got to go there. Once we got up in there and we decided that we've had enough, we decided to go ahead and come back down, eat some lunch somewhere. And then after lunch, we decided to go to the kotobukia that is in Akihabara, which is just right down the road. And I could have spent a lot of money in there too, but there wasn't really anything that I absolutely had to have. The one item that I did want, which was, I believe, a storm sorter, which is a Zoid model kit, I couldn't seem to find, and I didn't want to inconvenience the staff there to, I guess, help me find it. In my opinion, it was a big item. I should have been able to find it, so the fact that it wasn't out in the open, I assume they just didn't have it anymore. Not that big of a deal. That was also a multi-floor building as well. And my wife actually bought something from there. She bought a book nook that was like a living alleyway of Tokyo. It's really, really pretty. She still needs to put it together, but it was roughly about $35, somewhere around there, USD. Really, really nice looking. Comes with LEDs, all that jazz. Looks really, really cool. I think she's gonna have a lot of fun with it. She has not put anything like that together ever, I believe. So it'll be her first time. And then once we did all that, we decided to go ahead and leave early due to the sickness. We left Akihabara, went back to the hotel, and that was that. And we'll be going to Odaiba in the next video. Thank you very much.